Okay, so here's a second way you can explore to work on getting some strength and length into the hamstring muscles. This is also a bonus if you're someone who struggles with straightening your knees completely when you're walking, which can be a challenge for people. You should land when you walk with a straight knee, and you should push off with a straight knee, and this will help. You're going to find a wall to lean against. You can use your hands here to take a little bit of the work out of it, or you can take your hands off. This is a hard exercise though, so I would start with my hands if I were you. What you're going to do here is you're going to start with your right leg. You're going to press your right leg into the ground as hard as you can. Use the backs of your hamstrings to press super hard into the ground for about 10 seconds. Make sure your knee is straight. This is your knee extension hamstring work. And then you're going to lift your leg up off the ground for about 10 seconds. And that's your hip flexors and quads. And you're going to hold there 5 to 10 seconds and then release down. So it's a press down with your whole leg. Try to activate your hamstrings at the back of your leg working. Press down hard. About 10 seconds here. And then you're going to lift the whole leg. Use the front of your leg to lift. Hold for 5 to 10 seconds. It could cramp, it could shake. Those are normal, don't worry about it. A lot of the time when we have tight hip flexors, it's actually because they're weak. So this is a really nice way to strengthen them. Let's do the other side here. Pressing down with the back of the leg. When you press down, think about pressing the leg straight down into the floor. Also think a little bit about pulling your heel towards your butt. Really engage the whole back of your leg. Make sure that knee stays straight. If you tend to hyper extend the knee, you could put a little rolled up towel behind your knee, but make sure the leg itself is straight. Don't bend your knee. So you're pressing down for your 10 seconds, and then you're gonna lift up for your 5 or 10 seconds. Lift as high as you can. Use the wall to help your whole body stay nice and still here. I have quite a bit of hip flexion strength, so your shape does not have to look like my shape. Let's take a break there. It's hard work, okay? Hands can be down, hands can be up. You could even, if you want to make it harder, tip forward a little bit here with your pelvis. Then you can press down into the ground with that left leg again. Feel like you are pressing straight through the ground, and also a little bit like you're pulling the heel up towards your butt. Get those hamstrings going while they're straight. And then you're gonna lift. Because I've leaned forward, I've lost most of my lift. That's fine, it makes it harder. So you get to choose, it's like a dial. And you wanna find the place where you have some success, but not too much, because it needs to be a challenge. Okay, so that is a hamstring hip flexion pail and rail. A simple version, that means it's an isometric that's directional. So I teach lots about pails and rails mobility work in my other courses. If that's something you wanna learn more about, you can hit me up with questions anytime, or follow my Instagram because I talk about them a lot. Let's move to the final exercise for this little routine to help you get your hips over your heels when you stand.